This morning's Breakfast Bible Bite continues delving into the short but prophetic prayer found in Psalm 67 and verse 2. That your way may be known on the earth, your salvation among all the nations. The dialogue is continued from verse 1, which reads, May God be gracious to us and bless us, look on us with favor, so that your way may be known throughout the entire earth, for your salvation is among all the nations. The psalmist here correctly assumes that contentment in our lives depends on our knowledge of the principles by which God grants his blessings, as does our salvation. Just as the farmer depends on his understanding of the laws of nature, if God is to provide a blessing on his crops, just so, people must depend on our knowledge about the healthy lifestyle which our Creator has ordained for the proper function of our bodies. So does the salvation of our soul depend on correct understanding of God's principles, that we may walk according to the blessings, his blessings. Mankind has no more control over the forces of nature than they do over the method which God has ordained for the saving of our soul. There is only one way to eternal salvation, his way. Therefore, it is appropriate for Christians everywhere to pray for missionaries who have dedicated their lives sharing the gospel of our salvation with all of the nations of the earth. Allow me to quote the Bible scholar Charles Spurgeon. What is here expressed as a prayer in our translation may be read as a prophecy if we follow the original Hebrew. In context, this prophetic psalm was written in a prophetic manner. And in the prophetic sense of this, I don't believe this will happen until after the Great Tribulation, when remnant Israel comes back to the land and her Messiah sits upon the throne in Jerusalem, fulfilling the prophecy found in Isaiah 49. Let's just take a moment and read some of them. Then we'll read them from the Holman Christian Standard Bible. Isaiah 49, 8 through 13 reads, This is what the Lord says, I will answer you in a time of favor. I will help you in a day of salvation. I will keep you, and I will appoint you to a covenant people, to restore the land and to make them possess the desolate inheritance, saying to the prisoners, Come out, and from those in darkness show yourselves. They will feed along the pathways, and their pastures will be on the barren heights, and they will not hunger or thirst. The scorching heat of the sun will not strike them, for their compassionate one, that's Jesus, will guide them and lead them to springs of water. I will make all of my mountains into a road, and my highways will be raised up. See, there will come from far away, from the north and from the west and from the land of Sinim. Shout for joy, you heavens. Earth, rejoice. Mountains, break into joyful shouts, for the Lord has comforted his people and will have compassion on his afflicted ones. Then in Isaiah 49, 22 through 23, it reads, This is what the Lord says, Look, I will lift up my hand to the nations and raise my banner to the people. I will then bring them and bring your sons in their arms, and your daughters will be carried on their shoulders. Kings will be their foster fathers, and the queens their nursing mothers. They will bow down to you with their faces to the ground and lick the dust at your feet. Then you will know that I am Yahweh. Those who put their hope in me will not be put to shame.